So children, let us now continue with our chapter, that is chapter number 9, congruence of triangles. So children, let us now start with the next exercise, that is exercise 9.2, and here you have to see that question number 1 you have tried in the test book. So here exercise 9.2 is related to all the tests what we have learned. So the question number 1 says that in the given figures each of the triangle have equal parts marked on them. So you have to do what? You have to just write the congruence condition. So let us take the first one. See here in the question you can see that angle P is equal to angle E, C is equal to angle F, and side BC is equal to side EF. So these two triangles will be congruent by ASA test, that is ASA congruence condition. So let us come to the next one. Here you can see side PQ is equal to side XY, side PR is equal to side XZ, and the third side QR is equal to YZ. So these two triangles will be congruent by SSS congruent test. So next, let us come to the next one. C1, you can see it's a right angle triangle. So angle M is equal to angle E is equal to 90 degree. Hypotenuse LN is equal to hypotenuse EFD, and side, that is base, that is here base of this triangle, that is MN is equal to ED. So these two triangles will be congruent by RHS congruence condition. Next, let us come to the next one, that is D1. Here you can see again you have that angle, this angle, that is angle BAC is equal to DAC, and angle BCA is also equal to angle DCA, and side AB is equal to side DA. So now these two triangles will be congruent by AAS, or you can say that SAA test. That is, next let us come to the next one. Now here you can see that we have two triangles here, and it is told that this angle is equal to this. So it would also be equal according, because they are vertically opposite angle, and MO is equal to QO. And this one, that is NO is equal to OP. So these two triangles will be congruent by ASA congruence condition. Yes children, so let us continue now with our next question, that is question number 2. Let me read the question. Question is, in triangle ABC, that is it is an isosceles triangle, you have side AB is equal to side AC, and it is given that AD is the altitude from A to the side BC. So you have to see that, you have to prove that is triangle ABD congruent to triangle ACD. And then you have to write the test, that is the congruence criterion, and you have to also prove that whether BD is equal to DC, and you have to write the reason. So here the figure is given. So let me draw the figure once more. Here now let us write what is given. So given is, in triangle ABC you have, it is isosceles triangle. So in isosceles triangle is a triangle where the two sides are equal. So here it is given that AB is equal to AC. AD is altitude. So altitude is a line which is drawn from the vertex to the opposite side, and this will be perpendicular to the opposite side. So I can say that this each angle is equal to 90 degree. Now we have to prove that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD, and also you have to prove that BD is equal to DC. So let us start with the proof. See, first I am writing the triangle, that is in triangle ABD and triangle ACD. So you can see that here we have two triangles, that is ABD and ACD, and the hypotenuse is equal. It is given in the question that AB is equal to AC. And since it is a right angle triangle, I can say that this angle ADB is equal to ADC is equal to 90 degree, and this one is a common side which is equal for both this triangle. So let us see which test and how to write it. So now I have written the name of the triangle. I have written first hypotenuse AB is equal to hypotenuse AC. Why? Because it is given. Next I will write angle ADB is equal to angle ADC. This also is given because it is told that AD is the altitude from A to side BC, and side AD is equal to side AD. It's a common side between these two triangles. So the two triangles, that is ABD, will be congruent to ACD. So we will write the congruence criterion or test, that is RHS congruent test. So now we can say, we'll give answer to the second one. They're asking, is BD equal to DC? Yes, it is equal. By what? By CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So now let us start now with the next question, that is question number 3. Here two triangles are given, PQR and TQR. They are on the same base QR, and it is told that QP is equal to TR and PR is equal to TQ. So we have to find out which of the following statement is true. They have given different triangles here. That is, first one is triangle PQR is congruent to triangle TQR. PQR is congruent to triangle TRQ, and triangle PQR is congruent to triangle RQT. So they want you to know which is the correct way of writing. So now let us see first the question, that is they are saying that these two triangles on the same base. So QR is common to both of this triangle. So I can say that triangle PQR is congruent to TRQ by SSS test, because the three sides of this one triangle is equal to corresponding three sides of the other triangle. So, but how to write it? So, suppose if I start the question with PQR, that is triangle PQR, since PQ is congruent to TR, I have to start it from like this, that is TRQ. So, here this is the correct way of writing it, that is triangle PQR is congruent to triangle TRQ. Now let us come to question number 4. You can see that in this adjoining figure, it is given that AO is equal to BO. Now angle A is equal to angle B. We have to find out whether angle AOC is congruent to BOC. First one. Second, we have to find out whether triangle AOC is congruent to triangle BOD, and you have to give the reason. Third, you have to find out whether angle ACO is equal to triangle BDO, and also give the reason. So let us start with the first one. We know that you have learnt about vertically opposite angles, that is whenever two lines intersect, the totally 4 angles are formed, and these angles are equal by property called as vertically opposite angles. So here the question number 1, whether angle AOC is equal to angle BOC, it is correct because they are vertically opposite angles. Now they are asking that whether angle triangle AOC is congruent to triangle BOD. So now we will see here whether they are congruent. I can say that, see, I know that angle AOC is congruent to BOD. that is they are vertically opposite angles, and it is given that angle CAO is equal to DABO. That is given in the question. And this side, it is also given that side OA is congruent to side OB. So these two triangles will be congruent by ASA test. So next one question, they are saying you have to find out whether angle ACO is congruent to angle BDO. So once the two triangles are congruent, then the other parts of the triangle will be congruent. That is, angle ACO will be congruent to BDO by CPCT. So children, let us now continue. That is, we were on question number 5. It is given here in the adjoining figure. That is, a figure is given. They are saying that AD bisects angle A and AD is perpendicular to BC. You have to see whether triangle ADB is congruent to ADC, and if they are congruent, you have to give the reason. Second, you have to say whether BD is equal to DC, and if angle C is equal to angle B, and you have to give the reason. So let us first write what is given. So a triangle is given ACB. They are saying that AD bisects angle A. That shows that angle CAD is congruent to triangle BAD. That is, bisects means divide the angle into two equal halves. Second, they are saying that AD is perpendicular to BC. That shows that this angle, that is ADC, is equal to angle ADB, that is equal to 90 degree. So now first what you have to prove? You have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. That is, triangle ADB is equal to triangle congruent to triangle ADC. Second, you have to prove that whether side BD is equal to DC, and third, you have to say whether angle C is equal to angle B. So first let us start. Yes, first one is yes, but why? Let us write now. So in triangle ADB and ADC, we know that angle ADC is equal to angle ADB, that is equal to 90 degree, and it is given. This is given. Next one, we also know that angle CAD is equal to angle BAD. This also is given in the question. And next one, that is side AD is equal to side AD because it is common side between the two triangles. So now these two triangles, that is triangle ADB, will be congruent to triangle ADC by ASA congruence test. So this is the answer to our first question. Now let us see whether the second is correct. That is, whether BD is equal to DCS. Once when we prove that these two triangles are congruent, other parts of the triangle will be congruent, and the reason will be it is by CPCT. Similarly, the C1, that is angle C, is also equal to angle B by CPCT. So children, let us now continue with our problems in our next video. So here you have a homework that you will be solving question number 1 F G H in your practice book. Thank you children. Let us meet in our next period.